What's going on, guys? Breaking news. Donald Trump has shocked the world yet again, guys. This guy stays in the news. They keep coming after this guy, and it's just wild. And I can't wait to share with you guys what is actually going on today. And did you guys know that Donald Trump is now considering Representative Elise Stefanik as his running mate? Yeah, this is definitely some pretty big news here. But drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you guys are able to see and hear me in this video. And I've got some breaking news for you guys regarding Donald Trump, specifically regarding this E. Jean Carroll trial. And you're not going to want to miss this. So if you guys appreciate the news and updates, definitely hit the like button for the video and subscribe to the channel. If you cannot hit the like button and you cannot subscribe because you don't have an account, go ahead and create an account. Create an account on YouTube, download the app, do whatever you got to do. But support the channel. I really appreciate you guys, and I cannot wait to bring you guys this breaking news. And I want to chat with you guys about something that's really been making the waves in the news lately, guys. Donald Trump's recent remarks regarding the hearing for E. Jean Carroll and this whole defamation trial. Did you guys hear about that yet? By the way, drop a like if you support Donald Trump or if you support President Joe Biden. In fact, drop a comment if you support Trump, and drop a comment if you support Biden. I want to see who's on here today. But yeah, let's go ahead and break this down, guys. So first things first, Donald J. Trump mentioned that he wanted to attend every day of this particular trial, all right? Citing that his absence in the previous trial was a mistake. It takes a big person to admit their mistakes. And I've made tons of mistakes in my life, but one of the biggest things that I've ever been able to do is to just kind of, man up and, apologize when I'm wrong and, put the past behind me and be able to, do better from there. So anyway, Trump did the exact same thing. He basically, he just, apologized and said that, he felt that his absence was demeaning and, he decided he wouldn't repeat that. So that's pretty cool. Interesting point, right? I mean, like, it brings up the question of how much a defendant's physical presence, especially, someone as high profile as Donald Trump, right, affects the proceedings and the public perception of a trial. So it's kind of like, it's like, does being there in person make a difference in how we perceive their involvement or their innocence? You know what I'm saying? So just something to think about, right? What do you guys think? Do you think that Trump was innocent? Do you think Trump was guilty? I want your personal opinion on this. Now, here's where it gets a little bit more personal and honestly a little bit messy. So Trump requested a day. He requested to delay the trial in order to attend his mother-in-law's funeral. Now, how many of you guys know what the outcome of that was? The judge, however, denied his request, forcing Trump to choose between his mother-in-law's funeral and showing up for the trial. Now, how many of you guys think that was fair? You just let me know what you guys think. This decision was clearly a tough pill for Trump to be able to swallow, and he really didn't hold back in expressing his disappointment. He called the judge a racial Trump hater and a nasty man. Now, that's kind of ballsy to say that to a judge. Definitely some strong words. But it begs the question, like, how much should personal circumstances be considered in legal proceedings, right? Like, let's just say it was someone even closer than that to him, right? Like, I'm just saying, like, there's only gonna be one funeral, so it's like you may never see this person again on this earth. So I don't know. I think if I was a judge, I'd probably be a little bit more lenient, but I mean, it is what it is, right? I'm not a judge. So anyway, so where's the line between the judiciary, the judicial impartial, between basic human empathy and, kind of following the rules line by line. But anyway, I want you guys to hear what Trump said in response to, after this hearing for E. Jean Carroll defamation trial. So check this out. This is Trump's response here.
Whenever you're ready. Well, thank you very much. So, as you know, the First Lady's mother passed away. The funeral is tomorrow, and we would have assumed that for a trial like this, it's not an emergency in terms of timing. The judge would have been very nice and would let me go because I want to be at every trial day because I saw what happened in the first one where I was asked not to go by the lawyers very much. They said, it's demeaning. There was no evidence. There was no anything. And so I didn't go. And I understood exactly what he meant when he said it was demeaning. There was no reason to go and you shouldn't go. And I decided on this one, same judge, he's a radical Trump hater. And I said, I will go to all days. So what happened very terribly is we asked to just delay the trial for one day so I could go to the funeral tomorrow and then we could start Friday or Monday or any time they want. And he said, absolutely not. The trial will go on just as it is. You can go to the funeral or you can go to the trial, but you can't do both. I thought it was terrible. So he would rather have me miss the funeral or go to the funeral, miss the trial. And that's a nasty man. He's a nasty judge. He's a Trump-hating guy. And it's obvious to everybody in the court. It's a disgrace, frankly, what's happening. It's a disgrace. Happens to be a...
So is that fair to you guys, like for the judge to make that decision? I'm just curious, like I said, I'm not a judge. I'm not trying to, I'm just asking you guys, like, is that fair? Like, at what point do you say, you know what, this is a reasonable reason to miss a trial, we'll give them a pass or not. I'm just wondering, like, what do y'all think on that one? Like, and do you feel like the judge was kind of like, maybe biased in any way? Because obviously a judge is supposed to take a neutral stance, but everyone has an opinion on everything. So you guys let me know. But check this out.
Clinton appointment, but I'm sure that has nothing to do with it. So that's as to that second order.
I'm sorry, I got to bring this up because, like he said, that the judge was appointed by Clinton. So is it possible that since the judge was appointed by Clinton, that is the reason why the judge made the decision that they made? I'm just trying to look at the facts here and be as impartial about this as possible.
Appointment, but I'm sure that has nothing to do with it. So that's as to that. Happens to be a Clinton appointment, but I'm sure that has nothing to do with it. So that's as to that. Second order of business, I'm leaving right now for New Hampshire. We're making a big speech up in New Hampshire. We just got a poll in that shows me leading by a lot. And I think we'll do there, maybe similar to what we did in Iowa. The difference is that in New Hampshire, they allow Democrats to vote for whatever reason in the Republican primary, and they also let independents vote in the Republican primary. So that is a big...
So real quick, guys, number one, how do you think Trump's going to do in the New Hampshire, in New Hampshire? I mean, we've already seen his performance in Iowa, that goes without saying. Well, how do you think that his performance is going to be in New Hampshire? And also, what do you think about Democrats being able to vote in the Republican primary? Do you think that's appropriate? Do you think it's fair? Do you think they need to change that? Or should they just leave things as is? Let me know you guys' thoughts on that.
Difference. But we have a nice journey. It's going to take place in about 5 minutes when I'm finished with you people. I'll be leaving for New Hampshire, in other words, right after this. And then as to the trial today, it was a very interesting day. As you probably noticed, it's a big story that the witness today, a person I never knew, I never had anything to do with. It's a totally rigged deal. This whole thing is rigged, election interference. But this is a person I have no idea, until this happened, obviously, I have no idea who she was, and nor could I care less. It's a rigged deal. It's a made-up, fabricated story. Well, they found out today that she got rid of a lot of evidence, as you probably noticed. She got rid of massive amounts of evidence. And in
Whoa.
addition to that, she had a rifle or a gun because she said she bought gun bullets or rifle bullets, and it was the opposite, I guess, of her gun. And was it licensed? No, it wasn't licensed. So I guess she's got a difficult problem. That's going to be her problem. But she has a gun or a rifle. She didn't really explain which. She might have both because she said she bought rifle bullets. So and it's totally unlicensed. So I assume that's a problem. But the judge was protecting her. He didn't want to go there. We don't want to go there. We don't want to. If that were me, it would be a different story. But with her, the judge is totally protective of them. And frankly, anybody in that court would see it. Frankly, it's a disgrace. That's probably one of the reasons our country is going to hell.
Now, guys, I mean, we got to talk about this. So, I mean, number one, right? So there's a major point here. Basically, Trump raised a major point, right? The destruction of evidence by E. Jean Carroll, right? Now, this is a major claim, guys. This is a major claim. Now, if this is true, it could significantly impact this Trump case. Evidence or the lack thereof is very pivotal in any legal battle. And I'm not an attorney. I just happen to watch a whole heck of a lot of How to Get Away with Murder, and I kind of understand my way around the courtroom a little bit. That series was a beast. I'm actually still trying to catch up on some episodes of How to Get Away with Murder now. But anyway, the evidence of or lack thereof is very pivotal in any legal battle. So, the allegations of destroying evidence is huge, right? And it brings up some serious issues of transparency and fairness in legal battles, right? Especially those who are involving public figures. And in this case, we're talking about Donald Trump, right? And keep in mind, this is the same judge that was appointed by a previous Democratic President Clinton, right? So it makes you wonder, like, how often does this actually happen behind the scenes? And then, of course, Trump then kind of talks about Carroll's ownership of an unlicensed gun or a rifle. Now, this detail might seem kind of small in the grand scheme of things, right? But it's yet another piece of this complex puzzle. And I want you guys to consider these things, think about this, right? These are some huge, these are collectively huge, right? Now, it also raises questions. Think about this, guys. It also raises questions about the character and the legality of something that's always under scrutiny in these defamation cases, right? And of course, finally, Trump concludes by, saying that he's the one who suffered damages and he should be compensated. All right. Do you think Trump should be compensated here?
So the big take today was that she deleted and destroyed massive amounts of evidence. And we think that both trials should be thrown out because it's ridiculous. They should be thrown out. And I, frankly, am the one that suffered damages. I should be given money, given damages. And that's where that is. And with that being said, I'm heading out to New Hampshire.
So, I mean, you heard it here, folks. Trump is saying that he is actually the one that deserves to be compensated for the damages that he suffered, rather than the other way around. So this could actually turn into a countersue type of situation, but Trump, he went ahead and flipped the script on him. What do you think on that one? Wouldn't that be a mess? They try to take him down and then he ends up getting them to pay him. It's definitely not impossible. I'm just saying, I can't wait to see what happens next on this one. Now, usually, like I said, in the defamation cases, it's the plaintiff who's seeking the damages. But here, Trump is strategically positioning himself as the victim. And it's a very bold move, and it really changes the narrative of this trial. So pay attention, guys. This is going to be a wild one. This is definitely going to be a wild one. It really makes you think about, the dynamics of power and the victimhood and the, especially in these legal cases involving such high profile individuals. But at the end of the day, Trump's remarks really kind of paint a picture of the legal system that's, it's like there's so much complexity weaved into this thing. There's bias and then there's personal vendettas. And it's like, look, y'all got to separate the personal, who you like, who you don't like from the trial. Should be all facts and just the facts, right? Just the facts, man, just the facts. I forget what show that was from. Anyway, but guys, drop me some comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. If you have, definitely hit the like button. Even if you didn't, hit the like button anyway. Get this conversation going. Share this message to someone who needs to hear it. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Take care and be safe.